Hello everyone, welcome to Memeing with the Donald with Mad Liberals. Today our tutorial will be how to give Spez a cookie. Images tab to find a image that we can use. It's always best to go to all sizes and find the largest picture you can get so that all the images are of decent quality and not a small thumbnail size. Here we have a 856, a 800, those are going to be just fine. We're going to right-click, copy the image, and then open it up in Paint.net. This is one of my favorite programs that I use for almost all my video editing, and it's free. I do have Photoshop and all the Adobe tools, but I find that this works for most of the things that we need. So we're going to paste the image and expand the canvas, and now we're ready to give Spez a cookie. One of the first things I want to do is go find a wonderful picture of Spez we can use. So we're going to go back to DuckDuckGo, and we're going to type Steve Hoffman. And from Steve Hoffman, we're going to click on the Images tab and find the best picture that we can find of Steve Hoffman Reddit that we can find. This, let's see, let's go through a few, and what do we have? This will be fine. Actually, these are small images. So once again, we'll go to all sizes, find large, and we can give this little Spez guy here a cookie. This is 970. This is going to be a great one. Now, the first thing we need to do is remove the background of this image. And what I really like to use for this is remove.bg. This is a website that's designed to remove backgrounds for you to help you meme. I'm sure that's not the reason I created it, but it sure does work. We're going to right-click on the image and copy the image address, not the image itself. Go into Remove Background, go to enter a URL, and paste our Spez image in. So as we click OK, it's going to upload and give us a nicely cut out image of Spez. Right-click, copy the image, and go back to our image. Our mouse and cookie, all we have to do now is paste into a new layer. And we have Spez here. Now, I will say that when you use remove background from image, it is going to give you a smaller image size. So if you want to support the website by subscribing, you can actually get a larger version. So if I wanted to get the 970 original size image that is available, it's actually quite amazing some of the things it can do. If you actually go here and pick a more complex image, let's see how it works. Enter a URL. You can see here it's actually cropped him out pretty darn nicely. It saves you a tremendous amount of time when you're memeing. So now that we're going to go back to our image, we need to do some editing. The first thing I want to do is remove his shirt. So we're going to go and remove the background layer, zoom in, and start erasing. So using the eraser shortcut, E, I want to give myself a nice big brush and just get rid of some of the big stuff right off the bat. Now, as I get a little bit closer, I want to now change my hardness. You can see right here it's a nice hard 75. What that means is, as it erases, it's going to remove, it's going to give kind of a little blur filter to the image. So you can see here that it's about a nice small blur. If I was to give it 100% hardness, you would see it'd be a very sharp contrast between the background and the original. And if it was 0, it'd be a very soft change. So what we kind of want to do here is give it about, 30%, 40%, and start erasing some of this neck. Sorry about that. Okay. And so now it will blend in a little bit. If I wanted to go with a harder brush, you can actually see that it'll give you a more sharp edge. There we are. So let's go back, zoom back out, and put our layer back. Now we're about ready to put it on here, but what we need to do is do some resizing. So we're going to get the image, pick it, we're going to resize with the little M shortcut tool, and we're going to make him a little bit larger. And as soon as we make it larger, now we're going to need to rotate it. And if you move your cursor up a little bit, you'll be able to rotate the image. And then we can resize it one more time. Now as I'm resizing, if I was to just resize it, it'd stretch and skew and make him all look real funny. But if you hold down the Shift key, it'll keep the aspect ratio nice and tight so that you're always going to have a nicely aligned image. And make sure you can still see his ears. And there we have. Now you do have some problems with this image in that the background is still visible. So back here you can still see that we have a little bit of mouse left. So what I like to do here is remove the top layer, go back to the original layer, and we're going to get rid of all this little section here. So I like to use the stencil clone stamp. So if you click on the clone stamp and click on a part of the image that is green here, I can now just say copy everything from this section to here on this layer. So as you can see, it starts erasing using the exact same color as the original. And that's how you make little clone stamps. So now when you put the image back on top, it's nice and clear. It's left a little bit here. So let's just get rid of that. On this side, you can see a little bit coming through here as well. So we're going to clone again. And so all we see is Spez. And there you are. And that's how you give Spez a cookie.